What if I told you that the two most powerful nations on Earth are quietly building walls around artificial intelligence, and the invisible tech war between them just escalated in ways nobody is talking about? Welcome back. If you have been following AI news at all, you know 2026 has been the year of the AI Cold War. But last week, something extraordinary happened. Beijing summoned the leaders of China's biggest AI companies, including Alibaba, ByteDance, and Z.ai, to a closed-door meeting. Their message was simple: stop giving the rest of the world access to China's best AI models. And here is the kicker. Just days earlier, the United States quietly closed a loophole that had let Chinese companies buy hundreds of thousands of advanced Nvidia AI chips through subsidiaries abroad. Both sides are locking down, and the implications affect every single person watching this video. So what exactly did China do? According to sources who were in that room, China's Ministry of Commerce, alongside the powerful National Development and Reform Commission, held meetings with Alibaba, the company behind Qwen AI, ByteDance, which owns the massively popular Doubao assistant, and Z.ai, the startup behind the astonishing GLM 5.2 model. GLM 5.2 is particularly important here. It recently stunned Silicon Valley by demonstrating near US-level AI capabilities while costing a fraction to build. That got Beijing's attention. Officials discussed making the theft or leak of proprietary AI technology an offense under China's stringent national security law. We are talking potential criminal consequences for anyone who shares model weights outside the country. But China is not the only one playing defense. Let us rewind to May 31, 2026. The U.S. Department of Commerce dropped a bombshell guidance document on a Sunday. Unusual timing for any government action. They closed a massive loophole in AI chip export controls. Here is the backstory. In 2023, the U.S. restricted direct exports of advanced Nvidia chips to China. So Chinese companies got creative. They set up subsidiaries in Malaysia and other countries and bought the chips through those entities instead. An industry source estimates that hundreds of thousands of chips slipped through this way over the past year. The new guidance finally closes that gap. But there is still a second loophole involving TSMC and chip foundries that has not been addressed. The cat and mouse game continues. Meanwhile, China's legal scholars have proposed something fascinating: a tiered system for regulating open-source AI models. Think of it like driver's licenses. Basic open-source tools would require a simple filing, like a learner's permit. More powerful technology would need security reviews. And the most sensitive frontier models would be barred from public release entirely or restricted to domestic use only. This is China wrestling with the same challenge everyone faces: how do you let innovation flourish while keeping dangerous capabilities contained? The difference is, China is approaching it from a national security angle while the US is taking an export control approach. But to understand why this is happening now, you need to know about the Manus situation. In April 2026, China's state planner ordered Meta to unwind its $2 billion acquisition of Chinese-founded AI startup Manus. $2 billion. Then China launched investigations into Manus and other startups that had moved operations abroad, checking for export control violations. This single deal sent shockwaves through both Silicon Valley and Beijing. It showed China that their best AI talent and technology was walking out the door. And it showed the US that Chinese AI was too strategically important to ignore. So what does this AI Cold War mean for the average person? 3 things. First, prices could go up. Global businesses have been relying on cheap Chinese AI models like DeepSeek or Qwen to power their applications. If access gets restricted, those costs rise. Second, innovation could slow. The best AI research has been increasingly global, with Chinese teams publishing papers that US teams build on, and vice versa. Fragmentation means both sides lose. And third, we are heading toward a bifurcated internet where Americans use American AI and Chinese use Chinese AI. That is not just inconvenient, it could fundamentally change how the global technology ecosystem works. So here is where we stand. Two superpowers, each convinced the other is stealing their technology, both locking down their most valuable assets. The US controls the chips. China controls the manufacturing and some of the most cost-effective models. And in between, developers, businesses, and regular users are caught in the crossfire. One thing is clear, the era of open global AI is ending. Whether that is a good thing or a disaster depends entirely on what happens next. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that subscribe button because we are covering the AI Cold War every single week as it unfolds. And drop a comment. Do you think China should restrict access to its AI models, or should AI be open to everyone? I read every comment. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.